like that's all I got to remember is to actually transition over to the ad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a day late. I hate it. I do because it's kind of like a day and a week late in a ways.
Yeah, considering when it came out.
I don't know. You know, I'd be lying if I said I was going to put a lot of effort into getting this out Sunday night. But I am going to put in a lot of effort into saying welcome to Anime-Versal Reviews podcast here on the LRM Genreverse podcast network, wherever you get your podcast from. Also on LRM's YouTube channel. That's available on YouTube. hit the subscribe button. We're sponsored by Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow, lrmonline.com and genreverse.com every day for all your entertainment news, needs, and opinions. We cover anime here, and who is we? Well, I'm Kyle, this is Christine, and that is Brian, who had his PulpMythos shirt on last week.
Yep, cool.
So
yeah, it was funny.
Where's ours at? You know, we got to support you, man. Get some like cross what's the word I'm looking for? Not crossbreed. I can't get off that word for some reason. Cross pollination. Cross something. I can't fucking think of it.
Star-crossed lovers.
Ooh, no, we all know Toby is my hetero life mate. So.
It was funny. Kyle was showing me your shirt, and I was like, "Oh, Brian's got merch now."
That's just the one.
Yeah, that's what he said.
We're working on
y'all should have merch,
Genreverse and LRM merch. I think a lot of we had some eyes bigger than our stomachs before the end of the year, and then of course with recent things going on across the country, I think a lot of the things that we thought would happen at the end of this year are going to actually happen in the first quarter of 2022. So yeah, Mieruko-Chan episode 12, guys. We waited and waited, and holy shit, something I just threw out last episode as a what if kind of happened, but I don't want to get too much into it without kind of getting, you know, your guys' initial reactions on this episode, starting with I actually did research, Brian. I looked up who I asked first last episode, so it's you this week, Brian. Tell us, what you think, man? Episode 12.
A real good episode. Because this is it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
till next season, hopefully.
It was a solid sort of season finale, but it was definitely a season finale. Like there was no closure in terms of the story. In fact, they set up quite a few interesting things. But no, I thought it was great. And I also, because I guess they were pushed for time, they sort of cut out the credits. You know, like they needed those extra couple of minutes.
Well, there's several anime I can think of that do run like the song at the end while still showing story. Dyna Xenon did something similar. Yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
But yeah, they because they usually, I mean, it always impresses me how tight their time is in terms, you know what I mean? Like it's almost every episode is like the exact second. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we got the ending sequence. But yeah, no, great episode. And yeah, I know what you were referencing, I believe, and that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Christine, what'd you think about the episode?
It left me dying for season 2, and I'm hoping that happens. There's some feel good moments, some what the hell is this kind of, you know, those kind of moments, and yeah, I really liked it. But yeah, it did seem kind of like things were, at least nothing was like drawn out. So yeah, things were tight.
Excuse me.
On your nose.
I loved how it was. So a lot of times and like Dr. Stone did this both seasons, where the penultimate episode is like your big climax and everything. And the Stone Wars, it's the completion, or excuse me, before the Stone Wars, in season 1, it's the completion of the cell phone. And then in season 2, the Stone Wars, it's the fight between Hyoga, Senku, and Tsukasa. But both of them have a prologue episode. You get the record player, which is important. The record is very important for season 2, but it's still not. You're not going towards a goal. And then in season 2, you get the setup of, hey, we're gonna go off on sea and we're freezing Tsukasa's carcass. This kind of doesn't do that. It gives you that prologue in the episode at like the second act into the third act, sort of, but it does a good job of kind of wrapping up the story for. I know, sorry, our cat is in super affection mode. It wraps up Miko's point of view, I think, to a degree, and of course she's left with a big question that we are, but as far as she knows, teacher's good guy, bad spirits around him are gone. She doesn't know dude fucking tases a motherfucker down the alley later on.
Yeah.
So and then her, Yulia and Hana are all good to go. It's friends. Life's gonna go on until she has that dream. Maybe it was a dream, maybe not. But I like that. I think the structure was good. The breadcrumbs to lead us towards season 2, which hopefully we will be getting. And then now that we've finished the series, we can actually look into season 2 a little bit without fear of spoilers. But I did see the manga available on what is it, Bookwalker, I think. So Brian, yeah, if for some reason
You just can't take it, and you gotta spoil it. For
well,
yourself.
no. I was going to say if season two doesn't end up happening,
Okay.
This is one I'm continuing on. I guess kind of the I don't like doing the whole exhaustive scene by scene, but there were a couple of big points I think that we should definitely kind of go through, and one of them is just that fight, recapping it with the guardians and the mom's spirit. Afterwards, when they're standing behind Miko, they look worn. They look tired. They've got their battle damage, their battle scars. You start thinking back to all the other times we've seen one of the guardians get smushed and blown up themselves. So is it the same one coming back? Is it a replacement? Like, I don't know, but after what happens later on, Brian, even before seeing that they aren't necessarily happy, did you kind of get an eerie feeling when they were talking after they saved Miko this time?
Yeah, I mean, they've always come off as a little creepy, even though they were helping her. And in this one, obviously later, it's clear that something is off. The idea of, when she went to that shrine, she did a little prayer. I think she put a coin in the thing. It seems like there would be more of a price for getting the help that she got. Plus her knowing, maybe there's something with that too. Like they're aware that she's aware, and so maybe in their minds, look, you're part of this circle, this this thing. You should know, and what to do. So I don't know. That's something that's interesting. The idea that could they be the antagonists going into a season 2? So that's very interesting.
Christine, there's one thing that I found kind of interesting, and it's about Zen and what we know he does. He finds the guy that has been mistreating the cats, and he tases them, and then there's just a missing person poster. He goes to school like nothing's going on, but we do see a bunch of happy cat spirits around him, and one licks his all that real nice, cute and stuff. What do you think? Does that mean that these while a negative person can become a negative spirit, does it mean that necessarily that negative people have negative spirits on them already, so to speak? You know what I'm saying? Because we're kind of getting the vibes. Dude still isn't the greatest.
I know, yeah.
Thing.
It's like there's something up, especially like when he brought out the taser. I just thought he was gonna, kick his ass or something, and then it's like the missing poster's like, oh, so you're that. You're a killer, I guess. Well, we don't know, but I mean, it's kind of like, giving that hint that that's what's going on. Yeah, I don't know if, like maybe he's just been so used to having that dark energy always on him. He's just in that mindset, and it would be hard to break or something. But I mean, there was some growth there, but definitely not enough.
Yeah. Brian, I too have reservations with certain types of interactions with people. However, I'm completely okay with someone making food for me. That scene, it weirded me out. Him telling the old lady off the way that he did, like, I get it, and what do you read into Zen going on here, man? And also, to same similar question that I gave Christine, do you think there might be some sort of divide between the physical and the spiritual on influence?
Yeah, it wasn't just the way he said it. It was then him being excited and happy that he could say it. And, sort of like, yeah, this is who I am. And the alleyway scene, like you said, initially I was like, oh, he's just, gonna, protect cats and rough this guy up. But the missing when the missing poster hit, I was like, uh-oh. I don't know. I mean, the other question is, if you've had all that, negative spiritual energy around you, can it cause damage?
Not to mention the damage from mommy.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, the fact that, I mean, it could be a fake out. It could be one of those things where we get into a season 2 and the guy, he beat him up, and basically the guy was afraid he was going to get in trouble and he fled or something. You know what I mean? Like
it could be something like that.
A fake out, or it could go in the other direction. So it was interesting how this episode, that's what I was saying, it was just laying out multiple sort of like to be continued. But it did it well. I like you said, it was I don't know. There wasn't closure, but then there sort of was in terms of the friendship. I guess that storyline felt good. Her home life felt good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sort of everything around her that's not.
Yeah, I get that. Speaking of the friends, we get little moments with them. It's really all about Miko, but the two big things. One, Hana getting to kind of feel better is interesting, because it does solidify all of the spiritual things about her. Still have questions of, like, motherfucker cooking spirits on her, on her aura and whatnot. But the other one being Yulia and Miko coming to an agreement, essentially not set. We'll talk about what we see. You still know that Miko's probably gonna withhold some info, but she's not trying to make Yulia pretend that they don't know, but they agree to keep Hana in the dark. The friendship, like Brian said, is moving forward, and that's something I'm really looking forward to in season 2. Christine?
Yeah. Although, like, Yulia's still competitive, she's still trying to show her own, like with that running scene and her falling. But yeah, like it's good to see them in a good spot. So yeah.
Yeah. Brian, do you kind of want to see the superhero group kind of aspect from these three, not in an outright cape shonen type thing, but you've got some you've got some tropes here. You know what I'm saying? You've got a brain, you've got a heart, you've got an action fighter type, if you will. You've got someone that is very keen at seeing the dark. You got someone that's just a beacon of light, and someone that's kind of in the middle, can see some light things that we're not sure whether or not Miko can see them 100%.
I think she can.
Well, she says something, I can't remember, but anyways, but she's even the apprentice type. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like, there's slice of life elements that go with that. I don't know. What do you want to see from these girls going forward, Brian?
I thought they were going to end the season with a feud between the two, even if both of them weren't aware that the feud was happening, but they didn't. They sort of said, no, they are a team at this point, even though Hannah still appears not to know what's going on. That'd be a twist if she did. We still don't know her back. Why can she do what she does? What's her backstory? We never got any glimpse of her home life, what she does outside of school, outside eating. So that's something I really, really want to know and am curious. But in terms of sort of that dynamic, and like you said, sort of being a team to work together, they all have different skills. To me, they set it up if that's what they want to do.
I have a theory that Hana is just like
demon.
No.
Dancing
oh God, stop.
Yeah, something's not right there. Carry on.
Stop it. Okay, I have this theory. God, you. Anyway, that, like, you know, the whole ignorance is bliss, because she's so full of bliss. Like, she just seems so incredibly blind to everything around her. I'm wondering if, like, maybe season 2, you know, that will shatter and we'll see that, instead of her knowing something but just trying to put on a happy face, I guess. So
she is that character that you could see a writer having like a plan, and then just like in the Amory Wars in Good Apollo, what is it, part 2, where it's the out of the books, and he's fucking torturing himself and then torturing Claudio in the book. Like, she is a character you could see getting put through the ringer. I don't know if I want them to do that, but I could see that. We did get one tease before we go into the break, Brian. Something you and I wondered, would she pop up again? The Zelda witch, the grandmother or godmother, as what's her name's called, season Aura. It's a weird photo. Who took that photo? It's a selfie, right?
Yeah, but someone hacked into their phone or something and took it, I guess. Yeah,
because they covered their faces. Like, I don't remember.
Unless they posted it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That could have been, and then someone was just
forwarded
like, "Hey,
it to her.
This is what's
but
up."
She sees an aura, and she's like, "I know who those are based on the aura." So yeah, Brian, bravo for seeing that.
Well, it would have been annoying if she didn't come in. It's because it's just like, well, what was the point of the character?
Yeah.
And she seems to be someone who knows everything or has some idea. So we have our answer person coming in next season, hopefully.
Yay! Yeah.
You gotta make sure you get everything together and not leave someone out. So it was good to see her back.
Yeah. And with that, guys, we're gonna have the big chit chat about the Guardian Dream Shrine scene, and then grade this series, and that'll happen after this word from Grow Generation.
Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. The Grow Generation commercial team is armed with industry-leading professional consultants. Grow Generation's team will help you fully manage any size or scale project. They offer turnkey facility designs, cultivation room design, and on-site project consultation. Go to www.growgeneration.com, where the pros go to grow.
That's all right. Grow Generation, thank you guys for sponsoring the episode. And guys, this shrine scene. My God, I didn't think this show could make me more uncomfortable than it already had, and without any of the brutal vision. Like, there's still some creepy stuff here, but not in the way that we've seen. Man, they made me feel like those fuckers were looking over my shoulder. So this shrine scene, Christine, it was intense. What'd you think? We watched the episode twice, by the way, Brian, because we watched it last, when it first hit, and then we watched it again today before
Get it fresh.
this.
Yeah.
What'd you think even the first time through?
I don't know, because see, for me, it's strange as an American, because like for me, it's like I pay for a service, I'm not expecting to come back, So this whole like, oh, maybe I should go out of my way and thank them. It's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I paid for this. You offered, I said a prayer. You offered 3 times. That's it. We're done. I'm not gonna go back to the person who cooked my food after I paid for it and be like, thank you. That was great. So for me, it was already weird.
I could never visit Japan because she's gonna get some fucking shrine fucking kami after us or some shit. God damn, Christine.
Well, I'm sorry. That was the first thing that popped in my head. I was like, what the hell is this shit? It's nice that you want to thank them, but for them, where it's like, no, we expect something from you. But it's like, y'all don't speak the same language, so you gotta do something. Because she's like, she doesn't know what the sign says. She's never known what they have been saying. Just this counting, and then that's it. So it's like, if you're expecting something from her, you need to find a way to communicate that instead of just being mad. I don't know. I guess I'm just, seeing this thing in a weird way. But for me, it was just like, I don't know what this is. But yeah, and then so she's like trying to be thankful. So she puts, like one thing down, and then it's not enough. So she puts a whole bunch of food down. And then they rot it with their hands, and it's like, it's got all maggots and stuff, and it's like, okay, apparently that's not appreciative of enough. Let me just dump out my purse and have all my fucking money. And then so she says, like, thank you 3 times, and they're still hovering over her, and I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you? I didn't get it. I was like, why are y'all mad?
It's like, and then the giant one evolved into its final form.
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on?
Over her. So, like you bitch, we're mad at you. And it's like, why? I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
So yeah.
That's the funniest shit ever. Excuse, I gave you more. No, fuck.
Oh God. But yeah, so for me, it was just like, it just kept getting weirder and weirder, and I just kind of getting more and more irritated, yet creeped out at the same time. So yeah, that's what I got.
Brian.
Yeah, because I mean, that was the I guess scary part was she didn't
You don't know what the fuck.
Yeah,
they
she's
want.
like, what do you want? And when it started changing, I'm like, well, where was that shit 4 episodes ago? Like, they could have used you in a couple of battles, in your whatever form that is. It's like they wanted something, but she couldn't. She couldn't give it. And the way the music was done, and just everything about that was very horrifying, because that was sort of the horror, is that she was in a situation that there was no escape. There was nothing she could do. And yeah, it was well done. And then it turned out maybe it was a dream, maybe.
Maybe.
But they were pissed. And
It's like, why are you mad?
And I love that the little ones, they're looking up like what the hell's, like they're pissed. They're like, what the hell is she doing? And and she's like, I don't know.
I don't remember if any of us look back, not having looked back, but I didn't look back to see if any of us mentioned, she's not acknowledging them. Should she thank them? I'm wondering if one of us made a joke about, should she go back to the shrine and give more money for more
I think we said for more
lives?
help.
Yeah.
When they were counting down, I'm like, well, shit, if I throw another coin, do I get another 3?
Yeah. Or hit up another shrine and go seek their spirits or something. Yeah, so it said something.
I really wonder, what if it really does just come down to like a cultural thing, a heritage thing of you should have known and done it this way, this ritual or whatever. Like I love the real stuff, and at the beginning I really thought we were going to get to see the girls go on kind of like I said, spirit detective work, helping out people, catching bad guys would be the main draw, but no, like I think if anything, this solidifies that while the human world plays a part, it's the spirit world we're going to be, that is like, that's the world, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you getting that feeling, Christine?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Because at the end, Brian, she goes, well, maybe it was a dream. Maybe it was a dream, this whole idea of having to go thank them. It's like a week later. She gives Zen the cat, which was a funny scene with the little brother and whatnot. But as she's walking with her friends, leaving the area, we see the guardians again. Well, we don't know if they're guarding shit now. Mercenary fucking spirits, whatever. I kind of got the feeling from the way that they were talking, and their expressions were just kind of like a, you ungrateful bitch. And maybe it's one of those things, again, you look at all the like episode titles and questions, see me, hear me, feel me. Maybe that was something they were looking for, like acknowledgement, the same way the dark spirits are. Like, I don't know, Brian, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, we still don't completely know the rules of their world. I mean, think back to the train guy. He looked just as creepy and as like any of the negative evil spirits, but he was going around with his axe slaying other spirits. So was he a good guy? I don't know.
Grim Reaper type thing.
So perhaps even being a shrine spirit, maybe doesn't necessarily, maybe there's no necessary good or bad. It's just we provide a service or we do a thing, and if you don't pay up, there's a problem. So I don't know.
Yeah,
my bells will be kind of my balls. There's a little bit of body horror in that thing's transformation.
A little. Yeah, absolutely.
I dug the moving of the eyeballs, the hands glowing out, and that was just awesome. And I guess kind of to go in with that awesomeness, we can go ahead and do a couple of things that we do for the entire series in general, which is talking art and music, which we touched a lot on in the first episode, but I just want to kind of give you guys another chance to discuss it, because I feel especially these last 3 or 4 episodes, the music's been the background music especially has been a hell of a lot more important and great, and oh my god, especially that shrine scene. And then just anything else you have to say about the art, Christine?
Yeah, I mean, it was even down to the little things, like where after everything's done and you just hear the bells, and Miko turns and it's like oh, maybe I should thank them. Like even just like all the little subtle pieces coming together. They did a really good job setting the tone throughout this entire season, and I've enjoyed it.
Yeah. Did anything for else you wanted to mention on the art?
Oh, I don't know.
No.
I love horror stuff, and they did a really good job in that.
There.
So yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. Brian.
Yeah, the music and the sound design, like you said, the last several episodes, yeah, it's been great. It definitely sets the mood. I've been singing the praises for the art since the beginning. I love it. It's great horror animation. You can, I mean, they take so much time to animate, certain scenes just to gross you out or to scare you. It's an uncomfortable anime. It's one I wouldn't recommend to everyone just because it's that. I mean, I don't know if I want to use the word scary. It's unsettling. It's
Yeah,
you gotta,
that's a great
it's
word.
very
Perfectly
unsettling.
perfect word.
And if you're not into horror elements at all, I don't know that this would be for you. But
If
yeah,
you can't handle the idea of invasion of your personal space,
yeah.
Mhm.
that's probably the biggest one, because these things are everywhere around her, up all in her face,
Cooking stuff off of Hana.
in her bathtub, which shout out
Disgusting.
to the Nightmare on Elm Street
Yeah.
fan there, because that is a very iconic scene. And again, one of those freaky things, something happening to you in the bathroom. You think Psycho, Alfred hit going all the way back
Mhm.
for all that. So yeah, I love it. I thought the music has been great. The artwork, like Brian singing the praises since the get go. Just man, I hope we get a season 2. I really do. With that being said, guys, it's time to grade this thing as a series, not just as the episode. So we'll start with Christine.
I'll give it an A.
Okay, Christine gives it an A. Brian.
This was a minus for me.
Okay.
A minus, borderline B plus. The believe it or not, the shrine scene was the moment that I said this earns this button jumps up a little bit. That scene alone, I would show that scene to certain people. I'd be like, hey, you into horror?
Yes.
So that one scene, I'm like, gotta check this out.
Yeah, if you can take that, then you might be able to deal with more of the show, because, man, that is great. I'm with Brian, a minus. For me, it was kind of the fact that it's a very slow burn at the beginning. It takes you four episodes to get more than this girl sees ghosts, and then here at the end, it's like, yeah, you answered a lot of cool stuff, and you gave us some more cool questions, but you gave us some more fucking cool questions.
Yeah.
And almost more than you answered. So but it is really just the fact that even though I'm like, you could have done this a little bit snappier, I still loved it, and therefore a minus. So yeah, that's what I got, guys.
Cool.
Well, anyone else got anything else to say about it before we wrap it up? Christine, Brian, me,
Nope.
Kat.
No, she's
No,
sleeping.
nobody cares about your opinion anyway, Saris. All right, guys, we will let you know what we'll be covering next. If you've got some recommendations for a winter anime that's going to be coming up, let us know. 2022 is looking pretty cool. We know we're going to get Chainsaw Man is in summer. Okay, and then Spy Family, that looks really fun. Brian, did you check out that? That looks cool, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's a potential. So let us know what's on your guys' radar. The website lrmonline.com, genreverse.com as well. Keep an eye out for the Genreverse YouTube channel coming soon. And of course, all of this stuff is there on the LRM YouTube channel. And the Genreverse Podcast Network, wherever you get your podcasts from. Excuse me. Brian does some stuff on the web. Talk about it, Brian.
Yeah, the channel is PulpMythos, and I talk about shows like Dexter and 1883.
There you guys go.
Cool.
Christine, anything you wanted to say? Plug, show? Anything?
No Mercy podcast
Yes.
is going to be coming back, and I cannot wait for it to start. Season 4 of Cobra Kai is going to start December 31st.
Yes.
So yeah, that'll be coming up, and then we'll get to talk about it.
Yep. All right, guys. You guys know what to do. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.